properly here and everybody can see everything. It's been one of those days. So how are you guys? Sorry. The chat is always ready even though I'm not in it yet. So that's why I'm not in there, but you guys can talk. How is everybody doing? I hope you're doing well. And I hope that you guys had a fantastic holiday. We are back and I will be live every Tuesday and Thursday now. I had to take a little break because sometimes you need a break. But I hope that everybody will be coming into the chat and finding their way in. Hi, Sharon and Mima and Donna. Donna, thanks for letting everybody know. I appreciate that. All right, so I think we are live. I think that we have a good setup. I think I'm not that crooked, maybe a smidge. Oh my goodness. Hey Kimberly, how are you? I have a billion gazillion announcements. I probably should save this one till more people are here. Let's see, what can we start with? Let me find something. Let's start with Paper Pumpkin until people start finding us. Hey John, yeah, I know. It's just been a day, I'll tell you what. I missed you too. How are you feeling, Kimberly? I hope you're feeling good. I hope everybody's doing well. I don't know. Everybody's not coming in. They're probably all thinking I'm not on yet. Oh my goodness. I'm telling you what, it's one of those days. Everything that could go wrong went wrong today with the internet, with like pictures not showing up, even though you think that they're there and you made them, they're just not there anymore. I mean, it's just crazy. And it's just been one thing after the other. So, just hopefully everybody will find their way in and we'll be back to normal again. Because I realized that I'm late. But I did try to let everybody know that I would be late. And hopefully everybody will make their way into the live. So let's talk about Paper Pumpkin. So we have until the 10th of the month to sign up for this one's Paper Pumpkin. I think it's going to be a really pretty one. It's kind of a postage theme, and I love that it has a special box. I always love the ones that have a special box. Those are always a lot of fun. And this one particularly is going to be really fun because if you get the Paper Pumpkin add-on for it, it comes with a postage die. And actually, if you have the perennial postage dies that came out a few years back, those postage dies, this die fits with those and it's a different size. So it's quite very cool that they made it so that it would coordinate and not be exact. So that makes me happy that they did that for us. And I like, of course, that it's a specialty box. So let's talk a little bit about it. It makes 9 cards, 3 each of 3 designs. There are 3 different coordinating envelope designs, which is going to be a little bit unique, which I love. It comes with pre-cut paper pieces with gold foil accents, so it's going to have some pretty gold foil. And the colors are kind of odd. So I think it's just because they're making lots of different colored florals. But the colors are Blueberry Bushel, Bubble Bath, Darling Duckling, Garden Green, Mossy Meadow, Poppy Parade, which is the Stampin' Spot. And of course, the kit is going to arrive in a really pretty box. So that's it for that. Hey Lou, how are you? Happy to have you. Kimberly. I'm so glad you're doing so well. That's awesome. All right, so that's it for Paper Pumpkin. Here is the die that I was talking about. So let me grab my perennial postage dies. I have them here on my desk actually, so I will show you. So here are the dies, the perennial postage ones. And there's 2 dies that are large, and then the rest of them you can see are smaller dies. So you only have these 2 large dies, but this one is pretty little. So the one that comes in the coordinating add-on falls bigger than this one, but smaller than the second largest small one. Does that make sense? So it fits in there, which I think is amazing, because I always wondered why there was only 2 large ones and then all the other ones were tiny. But I guess it's because they thought we were going to make a bunch of postage stamps or something. So anyway, so get the add-on for Paper Pumpkin. Now, the only way to get that add-on, of course, is if you are a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, because if you're not, you're not allowed to get the add-on. Donna, that's amazing. How long did you walk today? You're not allowed to be bummed out, Donna. Hey, Rose, thanks for joining us. Sorry I was late today, guys. Like I said, like all the powers that be just didn't want me to be online, but I persevered. Okay. Cute as a bug. That is our stamp camp. So it will be in February. I do 3 stamp camps a year, but it will be the stamp camp for the brand new mini catalog. If you didn't know, there's a new catalog. All of my customers that order from me on a regular basis should have received one of these from me. If you did not get one and you need one, please let me know. That's fantastic, Donna. Okay, Sharon, well, if you want to be part of Stamp Camp, all you have to do is place an order in my store of any amount that equals the same price as the suite. So you could get anything that you wanted, but it has to be ordered from me, and that is the cost of Stamp Camp. So there are no other costs other than the shipping to you to get your kit. But I love this little suite. It's quite cute, and I think the projects are going to be amazing. My project is pretty awesome, I will say. I don't have 2 of them yet made yet, but I have the one for the PDF, the one that you will get the make and take for, and I am loving it. I recorded it this morning, actually, and I'm quite happy with how it turned out. So that's exactly what I told her, Kimberly. She's doing amazing. And they cut through muscles, so that takes a while to regenerate and feel better. All right, so if you would like to come to Stamp Camp and you would like to register, I am going to put the registration link in the chat. So it is available for you to register. You just need to click this link. Will somebody check the link and make sure that it is available to register? Hey, Mima. Sorry, I was running a little late today, but I am live now. You're allowed to talk in the chat even though I'm not there, so that's why the chat was available. So somebody please check that you can register for Stamp Camp. That would really help me. So anyway, this Cute as a Bug is going to be so adorable. I love the papers and the ribbon and the embellishments and the bundle. It is the dates for Stamp Camp, so save the dates, are February 20th and 21st. Thank you, Kimberly. I appreciate you so much for checking that. So February 20th and 21st, do not miss this Stamp Camp. It's going to be a good one. You'll end up with 13 make and takes, and then we will do 13 additional projects for you live on the 20th and 21st that you can make with the leftovers of your suite. But you will never use a suite as much as you use the suites that we do for Stamp Camp. So save the date, February 20th and 21st. If you didn't know, the catalog went live today, the new mini, and with the new mini, we started bonus days. So for, oops, this is the wrong one. I think I printed the Canadian one. Not surprised. You're gonna get a $5 coupon. Let me get a Sharpie, and I'll reprint it for next time. Let's see. Here we go. You're gonna get a $5 coupon for every $50 that you spend. Sorry, I think I printed the Canadian version of the bonus days. Thank you, Donna, for checking. So for every $50 that you spend, Stampin' Up will email you a $5 coupon. So let's say you order $150 all at once. They'll mail you 3 coupon codes in one email. All you have to do is just save your emails, and then February 3rd, you will have, I think, a month. I'm thinking it's a month. I could be a smidge wrong. I'm trying to look and see if I can find the other form. Yeah, you can redeem from the 3rd of February through the 28th. So for every $50 you spent this month, you can get $5. And that's on top of the 10% that they already give you in rewards. You're still going to earn rewards, but then they're going to give you another $5. So pretty cool. Pretty cool. All right, let me put this back under here. January has a new product of the month, and if you spend $75 in my store, that means when you order Stamp Camp, you're going to be able to get this product of the month for free. So I would recommend that you get in on Stamp Camp pretty soon so you can get your free product of the, well, not free, $5 for your product of the month. It is a stamp set called Fabulous Sayings. And I love that there's some scripty fonts, and then there's some typed fonts, serifed fonts. That means they have those little pieces on them. So I think they're going to be really fun. And there's some really unique individual sayings. I love that you can do anything, and there are simply no words for this. I think those are 2 really great things. And for $5, it's a no-brainer. Hey Joyce, how are you? I hope that you had a wonderful New Year's. Hey Clem and Kimberly B. Thank you for joining us. I was just talking about Stamp Camp, and when you sign up for Stamp Camp, you can earn the product of the month. If you purchase $75 from me, which that's what you need, $75.25 in product. Once you put that order in, you can get this Fabulous Sayings, which is the product of the month, for $5. It is a pretty cool stamp set, and you can use it for lots and lots of things. The December product of the month is still available. So if you did not get the December product of the month, you can pick it instead of the stamp set if you'd rather have the paper. And the paper is quite beautiful. On the 16th of every month, I will be doing a blog hop with other demonstrators showing the product of the month and ways to use it. So always look on my blog on the 16th of every month, and we will be sharing the product of the month. All right, that's it for that. If you are not an Inky Hands crew member, I don't know what you're waiting on, but hurry it up, people, because we have so much fun. Last month, I used the You Are Remarkable stamp set, which happens to be on Last Chance, and it was well received. I got so many messages from people that were so happy that I chose to use that stamp set, and a lot of views on the videos and a lot of comments on those videos. So thank you to all of you who left me feedback. That is so crucial for me so that I know that I'm doing the right thing. But what Inky Hands Crew is, it's a membership that you pay $7.99 a month. You will get 6 projects mailed to you every single month. They are video tutorials, and they have detailed photos and all the measurements that you need to make them. If you don't happen to have the stamp set or bundle or suite that I use that month, you can always substitute another one and make the cards or projects anyway. I try to go on theme, and so I think we're going to have a lot of fun with the next one. Oh, you're not feeling well, Joyce? I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you feel better, and I'll be sending prayers to you. All right, let's talk about the new kits, because of course every time Stampin' Up does something, they have to do it 3 times over, right? So we have bonus days, we have product of the month, we have a new catalog, and we have 3 new kits. You know, spread it out a little. It's like overload. It's like so much to remember. Thank you, Kimberly. I love the blog hops too. All right, so the first one is Adopt a Pet Kit. It is item number 167256. It's $15. There are 4 projects. So you get the little hamster with its cage, the cat with its box, the parakeet with its cage, and the dog with its doghouse. Super adorable, and comes with adoption certificates. A really great project to give to any kids on your list, or to recommend to moms of kids that need crafts to keep them occupied. So that's one of the kits. The second kit is Butterfly Garden, and this one is a stamping kit. It comes with 9 cards, 3 each of 3 designs. It's $24, and it's item number 167266. Okay, Joyce. Well, I'm happy that you're here, and I will keep you in my prayers. Hey, Cheryl, thanks for joining us. Oh, I'm glad that you've been enjoying the crew, Kimberly. All right, the third kit is Lots to Love, and it is a $15 kit, item number 167263. It comes with 9 cards, 3 each of 3 designs, and it's a non-stamping kit. It is quite cute and unusual. So this might be a fun one to try out for $15 for 9 cards. I mean, you can't beat that price. So I love the bright colors, and looks like the sentiments say, so excited for you. Hello, dear friend, and thanks lots. I can't see the rest of that. Lots and lots. Thanks lots and lots, I think it says. So really pretty. All of these laser cut embellishments are always so pretty when they make them in for the kits. Absolutely, Kimberly B. And Kimberly B. All right, so December had 2 kits. One of it was Banners Botanicals, and I don't know if you missed it because I wasn't online very much in December, but it was 9 cards, 3 each of 3 designs. It was $23, and item number 167237. All of the cards have these cool little like banners that are swagged like that, and some florals. So check that out. And then if you would need something for a baby gift, the As You Grow kit is a really great option. It's $22. It's item number 167238. It makes 1 mini album, 5 3/4 inch by 9 1/4, and it's a little bit under an inch thick. So I think this is a really great gift. Julie, hello, Happy New Year. I'm glad to have you join us. All right, game night is going to be on, let me look at my calendar because I don't have a calendar on my wall. It's quite crazy. January the 30th. So the last, not January 30th, January 29th, the last Thursday of the month, we do game night. So the 29th of January is game night, and let me give you the link for game night. We are going to be using the Layered Thoughts. It's a really cool stamp set, and it's going to come with a pack of Memory and More cards called Celebration Expressions. So sign up for that as soon as possible, because that really helps me to order the product. So the sooner you sign up, the faster I can order the product, and the faster I can get you your kits after the live. So I appreciate everybody that signs up early. And that is the registration link for that. If somebody can test that for me and let me know that it is also working, I would greatly appreciate that. And then I also have tutorials available for purchase in my store. I also have retired products, and I will be coming up with a BOGO sale with my retired stamp sets that are on my website. So I will give you guys all of the information for that as soon as I have it organized with my payment processor and get it all ready. But that should be happening towards the end of this month. And I think that's everything. Okay, Rose, thanks for that. Just add the cute as a bug suite separately for yourself, and I will fix that after the live is over. Thanks for letting me know. And I'm glad that the game night registration is working. I am working on a class for January, an online class for January. I will have more information on that on Thursday. And then for the people that are in person, Card Fiesta, I don't know what happened to that little flyer that I had for Card Fiesta. I have to look for it. But Card Fiesta is happening this Saturday. It's going to be the second Saturday of every month. So if you have been waiting for Card Fiesta, now is the time to join us, because I haven't had it for a while, pretty much since I moved into the house, because just so much has been going on. Here is Card Fiesta. Those dates are wrong. I have to update the flyer. I guess that's why I didn't have it out. But it's going to be on the second Saturday of every month at LS Hecka in Virginia Beach. So I would love to have you come. And if you're coming to that, just send me a text message and let me know that you're coming. It starts at 12 o'clock. We order our lunch and eat. By 12:30, we are making cards. I'm changing the format a little bit this year. We're going to be making 4 cards. And I will have 4 different ones every single time. So I need to know who's coming so I make the right number of cards for everybody attending. So payment can be made ahead of time. I actually prefer that. It makes it easier for me. That way I don't have to deal with money at the location. And if you would like me to make a registration form for it, I can do that as well. I just don't have one. I've never had one for that. But just let me know that you're coming to Card Fiesta, and I would be happy to have you. Again, these dates are not correct. Those were 2025, but it's going to be the second Saturday from 12:30 to 3. We do get there at 12, and we start eating first so that we can make cards. All right, guys, I think that's everything for announcements. I hope that you will join us for game night and for Stamp Camp. I don't think I have any other links. I'm trying to think. I think that's it for right now. And I appreciate everybody. I did get information from Rose and Lou and Wendy so far for Card Fiesta. So I have you guys already. If anybody else knows that they're coming on Saturday, just let me know so that I can get the right number of projects. All right. I think that's everything. Let's go ahead and start stamping. The new catalog is pretty amazing, and I'm pretty happy with it. Don't forget, there's also new online exclusive products, and you don't want to miss out on those. Some of them are really, really cool and quite different, so don't miss out on the online exclusive products that are available. Okay? Alrighty. This is the card that we are making tonight. I don't even know if it's showing properly on my website because YouTube lately has been taking the thumbnail off, and I don't know why. But hopefully it's there and everybody is seeing it, but probably not. If I had to guess, they probably took it away. So I will fix that, don't worry, and update that so that you guys can see the actual project and know where to go for this live. But we're going to make this card. This is the card. I call it the Always You card because that's what the sentiment said. It sounded like a good name for this card. And so that's why I rolled with it. It is a bookbinding fold card, and it is a lot of fun. So I'm not sure if this ribbon is active or not. Stampin' Up! Retires our ribbon and embellishments so quickly that I just want you to use what you have in your stash. So a white ribbon would look really good for this card. And then any embellishments that you have that you think would look cute. I chose the loose Valentine assortment that is part of this suite and pulled out those little white hearts. But let's go ahead and get started, and I will show you how to put this together. We're using the Endless Love bundle, which is this really cool die set and stamp set. But what I wanted to share with everyone is that I am going to be using a lot of stamp sets that have the Valentine theme. As those of you who have been with me for a while know, I do a 14 days of Valentine projects. Just like I do my 28 days of Halloween, I do 14 days of Valentine projects. So I don't want you to miss out. And I'm going to show you some of the other products that I will be using for the Valentine projects. That way, if you guys want to use your, let's say you've already bought the Cute as a Bug set, but you want to come to Stamp Camp, I'm going to give you some ideas of sets that you may want to get in place of that if you've already purchased it. So I'm probably going to be using the Happy Valentine's Day stamp, which is the large stamp. This Reason to Celebrate, I will be using it for St. Patrick's Day projects, Easter projects, Valentine projects, all year round. I mean, it's a great little set, so get that one. And then this is the scrapbooking set that coordinates with the Endless Love set. But I just think it's amazing. You're going to get extra words. You're going to get this really cool arrow stamp because there is no arrow stamp in the Endless Love set. There's just arrow dies. So if you want an arrow stamp, this one's pretty cool. So I will be using these three in addition to the Endless Love bundle and all the coordinating items from the suite. I think the suite is called Made with Love, if I'm 100% right. I'm not sure. Yes, thank you for hitting the thumbs up, guys. I greatly appreciate everybody who does that. Did anybody come in that I missed? I'm surprised Janice isn't in here, or Sherry, but I hope that they're doing okay. Hey, Lisa, I think I missed you coming in. Lots of announcements tonight. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start with a piece of basic white card. And I'm going to show you how to score, okay? So you're going to score your first score. This is 4 1/4 by 11. You're going to score your first. Oh, okay, Lisa, sorry. I just didn't want to miss you if you were here. And I just don't think the other girls are here, but I'm surprised because they're usually here every time. I hope they're doing okay. All right, so the first score you're going to make is at 4 1/4 inches. And then you're going to flip your card. And then you're going to do it at 5 1/2. And a bookbinding card is easy to remember where to score because we're going to score in the two places that we would normally score for cardstock that is cut long ways like this, or the other way where it's a little bit wider like this. So when we make a card this size, we score at 4 1/4. When we make a card this size, we score at 5 1/2 because this is 11 inches long, the halfway is 5 1/2, and this is 8 1/2 long, the halfway is 4 1/4. So you have to score a bookbinding card in those two same spots, but what you want to do is score your first one at 4 1/4 and then flip your paper. And this is so that your paper does not crack, okay? Because we're going to do two different scores in two different directions. So the first one is the halfway mark. That's the 5.5. So the raised edge is what we want to turn and burnish on. And then I will show you why I flipped the cardstock. The next one is going to score back to open the card. Okay, so the raised part is now on the top, and that's what helps so that the card doesn't crack when you do it. So this is how you make a bookbinding card. We're going to adhere this part down, and then this flaps open like a book. Okay, so I am using the designer series paper from the Made with Love or Made to Love suite. It is a really cute little pack of paper, and if you missed my unboxing video for this catalog, it has really great patterns. So one of the patterns that I'm using is this one here with Flirty Flamingo. Hey Janice, how are you? Was just talking about you, was hoping you'd make it. Glad to see you. I figured you were probably working. I just wanted to make sure you were okay. So you're going to need a 4x4 piece, and then you're going to need a 1x4 piece. So when you make a book binding and you score at those two spots that I am talking about, you're going to need 2 pieces of designer series paper. So let's go ahead and glue those down to the front. I'm going to start with the smaller one. Thanks for everybody who clicked the thumbs up. I appreciate that so much. All right, so we're going to add the 1x4" piece here, and it's going to have a border on all 4 sides. That means this little piece here is also forming the border there. And then the larger piece, the 4x4, sorry, I think I'm moving this around. I'm good at that. And of course, you can use any pattern you want. You don't have to use the pattern that I have used. All right. So there's that. All right, let's talk about the ribbon. The ribbon that I'm using is called White Frayed Grosgrain ribbon. I've had it for a while. I've been using it. I wanted a white ribbon. I don't believe that there was a ribbon in this suite. I could be wrong. Maybe it was pink, but I wanted a white ribbon. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut. That's about how I measure when I'm cutting and tying a knot, is I want to make sure that it crosses both sides. So you have 2 lengths. I don't know the exact measurement of it. I would think 10 to 12 inches or so. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and cross and tie our knotted bow, which is so pretty. I love the frayed ends of this ribbon, and it's really soft and ties very easily. I don't know if you have it in your stash, but if not, another white ribbon would work just as well. We got to use up what we have so we could buy more stuff, guys. So don't sweat it if you don't have what I used, okay? And I'm just going to trim them down just a little, and I'm actually going to trim them this direction. So there's that one and that one. All right. So now I can seal closed that bookbinding section. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to put the glue. I want to make sure that this is centered. There we go. We're going to put the glue on the ribbon, a line there, and then I'm going to put it on each side of that ribbon, and then I'm going to put underneath also so it doesn't wiggle around, okay? This one's kind of a little bit of a fuzzier, thicker ribbon, but it still works. So you're going to press it down. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it over and open my card. Oh, not there. All right. I meant to open it the other way. All right. And I'm going to use our little roller. You know that roller we have? This little roller is really good for helping to stick down your pieces. And then you can open it and work your way on both sides here. But there is our ribbon, quite pretty. Okay. If you are looking for this roller and you don't know where it is, it's in the description of the video. I always post this roller. It's in my Amazon finds that I love, so one of my favorite things. Okay, so now we have our base for our card. And we are going to go with this heart. So this is the large heart die that is part of the die set from Endless Love. So here it is. And as you can see, it's not a symmetrical heart. I'm going to put it up here to the line. See how this side just slightly below this side? Okay, so it's a little off. It's not perfect, which I love. I took that and then I ran it through the embossing folder. I'm going to show you that. So the embossing folder is called Hearts of Love. It's a 3D embossing folder. And it is quite cool. So I ran it through the embossing folder. And it actually looks like it makes these rainbows, but you can see here, it doesn't really show a rainbow. I'm going to try and see if I can get it so you guys can see. But it is quite a cool embossing folder. So I went ahead and ran it through there, and we are going to attach that with dimensionals. Okay, I am like so glad that we're getting finally like settled in the house. We don't have everything yet. We're waiting on some furniture. But other than that, we're good. Slowly but surely things are coming together. Things are getting hung on the walls now, not just everywhere. Yeah, it's very cool, Kimberly B. For those of you who don't know, this little pinch bowl came from Houston, Texas. Well, actually from Green, Texas, which is outside of San Antonio. They have this really cool little town there, which has a lot of history, actually. There's this pretty cool little general store that sells a lot of antique things, and it's just a really cool place. They had a pottery place, and that's where I bought this little pinch bowl. I love little pottery bowls. Pottery is like one of my, like, I don't know, guilty pleasures. I just love pottery, and I wish I could throw pottery, but I don't know how. So maybe one day I'll take a class on it. Anyway, we're going to attach our heart on there. But every time I see pottery, I'm just always so drawn to it. I just think it's so cool that somebody like made this cute little bowl, right? So that's my pinch bowl story. I don't know if I have ever told you guys that before, but that's what it is. Okay, and then I have cut a red heart. And the red heart is also non-symmetrical, just slightly. I'm trying to make it straight. Just slightly from the other side. So this side is a little shorter than this side. And so we're going to attach that one with dimensionals also. Yes, Kimberly. It's been a long road. But it's been a fun one. I can't wait to do a stamp camp here, like a stamp retreat where everybody can come and we can all stamp together in the new house. I have had one class in the new house. And I think everybody enjoyed the view and enjoyed watching the little birds in the water and all that. It was really fun. All right, so this one I'm going to try and put straight, well, as straight as you can, okay? Kind of this left side close to that second dot there, okay? So right there in the middle. All right. And we're going to add an arrow. So the larger arrow from the dies, let me find, what did I do with my dies? Here, I'll just leave this out. There's a larger arrow. It's not that size, look. Okay. But that's how they got it to fit. But this is the size of the arrow. And we are going to attach it across this piece. So that means we need a mini dimensional on this side. So I'm just going to lay it like this so I know what I need and where I need it. So I'm going to put a mini one right here on the point of that arrow. And then I think I'm going to put one up here. I don't want it to, yeah, I don't want it to show, but I need it near the top. Let's drop it a smidge. All right, so 2 there. Let's see, I think I need another one. Just one more. Right below there. All right, so that should keep it nice here. And we're gonna add just wet glue across that piece there. So let's go ahead and pull those off. I haven't been fishing, Kimberly. No, I'm not really a fisherman. I've been enjoying the view every day. I've been enjoying watching the birds. I took the most amazing picture of the blue heron that's in our water. And actually the other day there was a great white heron, which they call the great white egret, I think they call it, but it's actually in the heron family. So I don't know why they call it an egret and a heron. I think it's interchangeable. But there was a huge white one here, and I didn't get quite a good picture of it because it was a little farther away on the water. I'm thinking I'm going to need to invest in a really good camera lens. But anyway, but we've had so much fun just watching the birds, and we have bird feeders, and they come and eat, and then we see the ducks swim, and there's some really cool ducks that dive down underneath the water and submerge for quite a while to get food, which was really cool. I never knew that they would do that. And it's just a lot of fun to watch them. All right, so that piece, that arrow goes across, and I don't know if I told you the colors. This was real red, and then this is flirty flamingo. So now we're going to add the this die right here, the banner, and we're going to stamp it with the words "Always You." Well, just so you know, there is no word that says "Always You" in the stamp set. Okay, so we have today and always. And then we have sending you. So that's what I did. I paired the two together to do what I wanted it to say. So you can choose one of the ones that's here if you don't want to do what I'm doing. But it's not that complicated, so I think you can do it. So let's go ahead and get the red ink pad out. And I'm going to start with the word you, okay? So I'm going to just ink up that word, and you can put a piece of tape if you don't trust yourself to not ink up the G in sending. And my pad kind of needs to be re-inked, so I'm gonna go around and try and find the juiciest part so that my Y is dark, because for some reason it is not very dark. I might have to put a piece of tape and ink it in the middle. Okay, so let me show you when you put a piece of tape, what you do is you just tape the word you don't want to get ink on, okay? And I think I need to re-ink this, so I'm gonna ink it up. Hopefully I will get that Y nice and inked. I think it is good now. See, and then the key is to remember to remove the tape, okay? And then not to touch the parts that have ink all over them. I usually stick it to my trash bag in the trash can so I don't get ink all over my hands if I use that. But most of the time I don't use it. I just use the edge. But because my stamp wasn't really stamping very good. So I'm going to add this right about here. I left a little bit to the right. So there's the word you. We're going to clean that off. And now we're going to use the word always. Again, it's part of today and always. And I'm going to ink all of it except for the and, the today and the ampersand. And that one seemed to do much better than the you. So I'm just going to roll with it. And we're going to place this one right here. There is our sentiment. All right, and there's there's another die, as you can see here. Well, that's a stamp. I'm like, wait. It has these 5 little hearts. It actually does all the little hearts at the same time. See? So I used all of the little colors that are in this pack, and I just cut me a bunch of those so that I would have them when I needed them. So I'm going to grab a flirty flamingo one. There we go. And I'm going to cover that little dot. So I'm just going to add a little bit of glue on our heart. Try not to go too crazy. Sherry, there you are. I got started getting worried about you. Glad you're doing good and that you're here. Hey, Betty, Mom, how are you? Okay, so there is the little flirty flamingo heart. And just like we did with the arrow, we're going to position this to go across our piece. So we're going to put a mini dimensional on this end. And if you hold it over the top like backwards, then you know where to put the the pieces. So that's going to give it support, and you just want to double check that you have enough stability. I'm going to use one of my edge pieces and do a tiny little piece on this upper corner, just cause I have the edge there, so that'll give it a little bit more support. All right, the rest is going to get glued just like the arrow. So I'm going to pull the backs off of the pieces, or I'm going to try to. That one I don't think wanted to come. Come on. I don't know. Oh, there it is. I got it. Okay. And we're going to add. And then we're going to put the wet adhesive down the center. How was dinner? I hope it was nice. John and I are going to go to dinner after the live. All right. So there is our little banner that says always you. And then we're going to stamp on the inside with this heart stamp right here because it's just adorable. And we're also going to do that in the real red. I really need to re-ink this ink pad because I am like fishing around looking for the color. All right, so we're going to add that in this bottom right-hand corner. Oh, Lord, I didn't know that. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Sherry. I hope she's starting to feel better. All right, so that's the inside. And then the final step is to use these really cool little embellishments. I better close that ink pad before I like stick my hand in it. All right. So there's a bunch of them. I wish all our embellishments were like this and loose. So I'm going to pull out 3 white hearts. Oh, look, 2 of them came at the same time. But there's little envelopes. There's pink hearts, yellow hearts, and then there's little pieces that look like sprinkles. It's such a cute assortment of embellishments. I love them. And there's also some little red lips, I think. I'm trying to find one, so... Yes, there's little red lips. Let's see if I can grab it and show it to you guys. There it is. See the cute little red lips? They're adorable. All right, so I'm going to use 3 of the white hearts just because they'll pop best against that red. All right, and let's get a little dot of glue. Just gonna put a little dot and a little dot up here and then one down here. All right, so there's one. You don't need much of these and you will get them glued. Just get them to stay in place. Try not to move them around. There we go. And here's the last one. That's going to be our embellishments. So cute. What do you think of this card? I'm also going to put all of the registration, the first stamp camp with Cute as a Bug. Don't forget to get your freebie with it and to get your bonus days. And your product of the month when you pay for Stamp Camp. Let me get the links and I will put them in the chat again. Game night registration is the 29th, but the faster you register, the sooner I can mail out the product to everybody with your card class. I will be mailing the December one this week. All right, so there is that one, and then here is the Stamp Camp registration. I hope that you guys will join me, and if anybody is coming to Card Fiesta, let me know. I would love to have you. And it's a lot of fun. So the sooner the better because I have to get the cards ready and get them cut. So I appreciate everybody who has already signed up for Card Fiesta. And if you are coming, I would appreciate to know. So thank you again for that. And thanks for being here, guys. You guys mean so much to me. Here is the 2 products that we've used today. And I hope that I will see you here on Thursday. Does anybody have any questions for me before I let you go? If not, I will see you next time. Thanks for hanging in there with me. Sorry I was a little late today, but thanks for being here. This is Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. Happy stamping.